Hey, what's up, guys? It's Alex. Today, I'm going to be talking about all the times my phone got taken away during school. Like, I'm talking elementary school, middle school, high school, all those good times. And yeah, elementary school, we started off young. Okay, so the first story. I got my first phone when I was 9. It was a flip phone though, so don't get excited. That was nothing. So yeah. Oh my goodness, I've had phones for 10 years now. I'm 19. Wow, I didn't even think about that when making this video. Okay. Yeah, okay, so I was 9. That was in 3rd grade. This story happened when I was in 4th grade. I think it was 10, around 10, maybe 9. There was a small chance I was 9, like 2 months that year I was 9. So, I was probably 10, and I was in 4th grade. I was in class. The door was open, and we hung our backpacks up outside. And obviously, like elementary school, your phone stays in your backpack if you have one, because most people didn't. And I always got to school early, so I would always put my backpack on the first hook outside right next to the door. And today, my phone went off during class, and the class just went silent. The teacher didn't say anything until, like, yeah. The teacher didn't say anything for a couple of seconds. The class really just went quiet, and everyone was listening to the song that was my ringtone. It was a song. It wasn't a ringtone. It was a song that I had for my ringtone. And it was, keep in mind, this was 10 years ago. It was Elliott, Yamin. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Elliott, Yamin, Wait For You. The chorus. It was the chorus. I'm going to put the link to the song in the description. But it was Elliott, Yamin, Wait For You. And you're going to hear the chorus that went off in my 4th grade class. The teacher, after finally, was like, so whose phone is that? And then I was like, oh, I was looking down, didn't even want to say anything. I like raised my hand, didn't say a word. I was like nervous hand raising. And then she was like, well, go turn it off. She wasn't even mad, she was like annoyed. So I had to go walk outside. Class is still silent. I had to go outside, right outside the door, to turn off my flip phone. But I didn't turn it off. No, I like opened it up. I don't know why, but I was just like so like nervous. I could not figure out to think who called me, because I was like, it took me like a minute to figure out, like try to see like who was this person that called me during class. I never figured it out. I had to wait till after school, and then I realized who called me and left a voicemail. It was my grandmother calling me. I don't remember the reason, but when I told her, like, why do you call me in class, and that it went off and all that, I was like, well, I knew you weren't going to answer, so I just called you and left a message. And yeah, I was in 4th grade and that happened. Yeah, basically, I was outside the classroom for a minute, so the teacher's assistant, like the student teacher that wants to become a teacher eventually, she like walked outside and she was like, so you good? Are you okay? Is everything okay? She was like so nice about it. And yeah, I was just like, who called me? I was like, I didn't say that. I was just like, oh yeah, I'm fine. I'm just gonna turn it off. They didn't take the phone. They didn't take the phone. Let me just make that clear. They didn't take the phone. Thank you. Okay, so in middle school, okay. By the way, I have a picture of this. I'm not gonna show you, but I'll probably tell YouTube and show YouTube at a later date. Um, Me and my friends, we would like to go to the bathroom during lunch and just basically stay there. There was 2 bathrooms that we could go to at lunch, and this was a smaller one, so it was like more private and stuff. And we would be in there. We would take pictures sometimes, like in the mirror and stuff. And one time, the door was open, and I just decided, like, I was behind everyone and was just like taking a picture like this, with my phone like this. And I took a picture. And in that picture, you could see coming down the hall a yard duty. I snapped a picture at the perfect time because I think that was the only picture I took that day. I snapped a picture of like everyone just doing their own thing, and then a yard duty comes in. And the second she comes in, like obviously I had a pink and blue phone case, so she instantly saw it like in the air. But I was probably like bringing it down at this point, and she like instantly saw me. She didn't even say anything. She was like, hmm. I was like, yeah, okay. I just gave it to her. There was probably like less than 10 minutes left of lunch. So after that, obviously, we all got kicked out of the bathroom because going to the bathroom at lunch was a problem that they were having. So that's why the yard duty would come in and kick everyone out that wasn't actually using the bathroom. So then, I hate that I'm not looking at the camera. So then, when the bell rang, obviously I was outside the bathroom and I was like within eye distance of her the entire rest of lunch that day. So when the bell rang, she like came over to me. She was like, "Okay, so if I give this back to you, you promise you won't use it." The nicest yard duty. I love when people do this. They're just like, "If I give it back, you promise you won't." Like it's so nice that they do that. I was like so surprised. I didn't even expect that. I was like, "No, I need to own up to this and just accept that she took it and I'm going to pick it up at the end of the day." Because like my record was clean. They weren't going to really do much. I was just going to get it at the end of the day. It was going to be one little thing on my record. It's not even a big deal. But then she gave it back to me and I was like, yeah, I won't use it. No, no, no. So there was that. My freshman year, obviously you're in high school now. A lot of high schools are more lenient with phones. But this specific teacher, I was a freshman. This specific teacher was like, just you could basically use it like the last 20 minutes of class. That was like a definite most of the time, yes, you could use it. You could listen to music while you do your homework and all that. So basically we would turn in our homework, we would go over our homework, we would turn it in, and then we would go over the new lesson. And then yeah, that would be the day, and then the rest of the period you could work on your homework. That was a normal day in this class. And I think today she was a little more strict with it. I guess maybe she was dealing with a lot of people with their phones today, and I got lazy. I got lazy and I chose not to turn around and look at the clock, the little um circle on the wall. I chose not to look at the clock. So I pulled out my phone and tried to look at it. I like pulled it out. Like I could have been so much more sneaky with this, but I didn't. I pulled it out and then she was like right in front of me. Like I sat in like the second row from the front, so I was pretty obvious. I was pretty stupid, and she was just like, "Oh, why do you have to do that?" She didn't say anything, but she didn't. In her mind, I could see it in her face. She was like, "Oh, why do you have to do that? Why?" So I just gave it to her, no problem. And then I was one that like asked questions because obviously it was a math class. I was struggling with math, still am. Even though I'm not in school, I still struggle with math. Ask anyone. And at the end of the class, like it was the period before lunch, so I had like went up to her and was waiting. I was asking a question about the homework, and then once the bell had rung, most people were gone. Maybe there was like 4 kids left, still packing up and stuff, and we had finished what we were talking about with the problem and the homework, and then I was just like, I kind of knew this already, but I was like, okay, so I just go pick up my phone like in the office after school. That was what I said. And then she looked at me and she was like, you know, you could just go pick it up off my desk. And I was like, really? Like really? I could do that? And then she was just like, yeah, just take it and just yeah. And yeah, that's it. That's all the stories. Clearly, none of the story times mention my phone going to the office. I made it my entire career, school career, not having my phone go to the office. I never got my phone taken away, but I did get my phone taken away multiple times. So yeah, those are my stories. Um, Nothing ever happened sophomore, junior, and senior year because obviously a lot of teachers were more lenient towards it. So yeah, and a lot of times teacher would just give it back to you at the end of class instead of having to take it to the office. Oh, there was one time with one teacher where the teacher's phone went off and she was really strict about it going off, about students' phones going off in class. So even if it went off and you weren't on it, she would take it to the office. So this time, the teacher's phone went off during a testing day, like the state testing day, and she was just like no, and then it was before the test started, but everyone was just like, you have to take it to the office, you have to, because like it goes against everything if she doesn't. So she had a student take it down to the office. Before the student even got back, she got a call saying, is this really your phone? Something like that. Like she was like, yes, it's my phone. I love that teacher. Shout out to that teacher. So yeah, but that was her last class of the day, so it was only in there for like an hour or two. So there's that. That was just a funny story at the end. I didn't plan on telling that part. Okay, that's enough for this video because it's kind of long. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Bye.